Hey everyone, Kim from 1PT again. Hope everyone's having a good Patriots Day, and I've got my Boston Marathon painting back here just to reiterate to those who are supposed to be running today that it's still going to be here in September and keep on training. Today what we're going to talk about is lower back pain. I know we've talked a lot about posture in the past couple of weeks, but again, super important. We're all sitting at home doing either telehealth or just work from home, and our office space is not ideal. Sitting at the stool up against the counter, sitting at the kitchen table, it is not the same as being at work with hopefully your ergonomic setup. So we're going to go through two parts. Today's going to be part one. Later in the week will be part two. Today's going to be mobility and just getting the lower back to move, getting the surrounding structures to move as well, which incorporate different movements along the way. So what we're going to do is similar to what we've done for our hip mobility, but slightly different. So we're going to start with the press up that we started with the hip program. What I want you to do is lay on your stomach. You can also place a pillow underneath to prevent too much arching in your back, but you're going to start with your hands. Close to your body is better. If you're new and you haven't done this before, try starting further away from you and then inch your way back as you progress. So we're going to start here. Press up. You're trying to remember, do not squeeze your butt during this. Keep your butt nice and relaxed. If you're squeezing, you're going to cause a spasm and additional compression in your back, which we're trying to prevent. So holding for about 10 seconds, you may get a good stretch through your core, and you're going to feel definitely a line across your lower back with some pressure back there because you're not used to this. So about 10 seconds, come back down, press up again, hold for a good count of 10. None of these fast counting people out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, nice and slow, and then back down. I'd say start with 5. If you feel good and you're just trying to loosen up, you can work your way up to 10. The next one we're going to work on is something called cat-cow, cat-camel. Everyone calls it something different. In the end, it's always the same. So this one, you're going to go up on your hands and knees. Okay? You're going to go all the way down. So I tell my patients, press your butt out and look up at the same time. So everything is spread out. And then you're going to go the opposite way. Tuck your butt in, tuck your head down. Really arch that mid-back, and then switch. Head and butt out, head and butt in, okay? You're really trying to exaggerate those curvatures of your back. Even mine probably weren't ideal, but that's what you want to be working on. Really think of pushing through those curves. With that one, I generally recommend 10, but again, you can go upwards of 2 sets of 10. More than that, you just start overdoing things and you really don't need to be doing that type of thing. So 2 more things. Next one is called thoracic opening. Thoracic means mid-back, but again, your lower back is built on building blocks with your mid-back being part of that. So if your mid-back's not moving, your lower back's going to have a hard time moving as well. So you're going to lay on your side. Some people do this with a foam roller, but you don't need to. You're going to have one hand tucked underneath, top leg up in front, top arm in front. You're going to reach up and out behind you. You may hear a big pop. It's not going to hurt. The pop is just your back mobilizing, meaning your back is moving. So don't worry about it. You're going to hear these clicks and creaky sounds as you start to move through those segments. So top arm, top leg in front, reach up and out behind you. Trying to touch the floor and your shoulder. I'll show you from this way. So up and out. Up and out. Some people will only be able to get to here. If that's the case, you have a really tight pec muscle in the front. That we'll get to another day. But really try to keep working through it. You never want to work through sharp pain, but you want to feel a bit of a stretch as you're working through this exercise, okay? And then the fourth exercise we're going to do for the back is actually a hip flexor stretch. Your hip flexor is in the front of your body, but it actually attaches to a part of your spine and your pelvis. If that is tight, it's going to be pulling on your spine and constantly be giving you a little bit of an ache. So we want to stretch that out. If we're sitting at a desk all day and our legs are at a 90-degree angle, it shortens that hip flexor. We need it to be at least at the minimum at what's called resting length. So that's what we're going to work on. I'm going to turn you to the side. And what I want you to do, get a pillow by the couch or a chair, just so you don't hurt your knee. One knee is going to be on the pillow, other leg is in front. And what I want you to do, you're sitting nice and tall in this kneeling position. You're going to tuck your butt, all right? What that means, it's flattening your back out to neutral, so you're going to tuck underneath. I'll show you what that means in a second. With that, you may not actually have to move forward. You should feel that all the way down the front of your thigh. If you can do this, you're doing it wrong, okay? So if you don't feel it until you get out here, it's wrong, all right? So start over, tuck your butt underneath. If you have trouble figuring out what that means, start by laying on your back. Put your hands behind your back and flatten your back on the floor. Flattening your back is tucking your butt, all right? Flatten, see how when you do that, your hips rotate backwards? That's what I want you to do in a kneeling position, all right? So if I do that here without the pillow, again, most people, if you look at my spine, are doing this. See how much of an arch that is? That's way too much. But if we reset, go to neutral, from here, what people are doing, tuck your bum. See how flat that gets? Then you should already feel that here. Okay, so hold this position 30 seconds, 3 times. So I generally alternate 30, 30, 30, 30, so forth. Okay, so make sure this is the key piece. If you're not tucking, you're wasting your time. You should really never be able to get this far, but maybe if you're a little more flexible, tuck the butt, you might get up through here. Okay, 3 times 30 seconds each leg. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach me, message me, or give me an email, kim@orthonept.com. All right, guys, stay safe and healthy, and hope to see you soon, only if injuries start to happen. All right, talk to you later.